Today we're heading south of Metro Manila to look at lake properties. If you've ever dreamed of having your own lake property, this is the video for you. So make sure you watch till the end. One of the most famous places to go outside of the city is in Laguna. Here we find many different lakes. The access to Laguna is quite easy as it has been a tourist destination for some time. You go through a toll road, SLEX, and then you go to national roads. Later on, you'll go to provincial roads. But for most of the way, things were pretty smooth. You just need to be careful of some drivers who don't follow any rules. So why would you choose a lake property? Well, there are 3 reasons in my mind. Number 1, if you enjoy water sports and the beach is too far away from you and the lake is more accessible, then you can do pretty much the sports that you enjoy on the lake. Number 2, there's something that you just can't artificially produce. You can't just build a swimming pool and feel like it's the same. There's nothing like waking up and being able to walk directly into some large amounts of fresh water. It's not for everyone, but for those who enjoy it, the outdoors is great fun. Here we are on our first stop. This is what you would consider a prepared lot. So people have come in here and cleared the foliage. It may feel like there's still a lot of plants, but here in the lake, things grow pretty fast. So if you don't tend to your area, you can get a lot of foliage back in a couple of weeks. So what I'm doing right now is I'm walking around the property, trying to get a sense of the place. Is the size big enough? Is it too small? How is it connected to the water? How does the shoreline look? Where can I build a boardwalk? Or where can I park the boat? So these are things that I'd like to consider. Of course, the view is the main reason for a lake property. So I'm trying to look around. Here we see some waves. This is not the same as waves you find on a beach. It is produced by the changing weather. So we didn't know it yet, but a storm was coming. So you can see that the elevation of these lake properties can be very unpredictable. Some have completely flat elevation. Some have very steep ones. So depending on what you want and what challenges you're willing to take, you should consider this. So here we are, we've decided to walk back to our vehicle because it's starting to drizzle, and then later on it became a downpour. That's also something you need to consider. When it gets wet, how are the roads? For here, it got quite muddy. The fastest way to go around a lake is an obvious answer is via boat. So a boat can access many properties at once, usually faster, cheaper, and more effective with your time than with a vehicle. So this is not just the main mode of transportation here, but if you're going to construct, you will use one of these boats to carry all of your construction materials to your site. A lot of these sites are off-grid as well. That means there's no national line for water. You need to dig a deep well. For electricity, there is no Meralco here, so you need to produce your own. A lot of people have used solar with some batteries, but there are some limitations to that. This is the second lot that we're looking at. It is again quite prepared. The people here, the locals, have been clearing this from foliage. You can see that there are a lot of treelings, and the elevation is also very varied. I've tried to walk the property, but it's more difficult to walk the shoreline of this one. You want to imagine how much of the property will be submerged during high tide, and which sides reveal themselves during low tide. What can you build on a property like this? It's not flat, it's not a square. Well, that's up to your creativity, but you can pretty much build anything you want. So you can build a container home, you can set up a glamping arrangement, you can build a cabin, you can even go 2 or 3 stories if you wanted to. But the challenges will be there, as you need to bring everything in by boat. As you can see, the weather has changed for the better. It's now very sunny. The water is glistening. So we're looking at the final property for the day. This one has a little bit of a unconventional access. Not all the properties here are undeveloped. This is what you would consider a developed property when there are already concrete roads. So this video is quite short. I know you'll have a lot more questions. Just write them down below in the comment section and I can try and answer them for you. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more about construction, about real estate in the Philippines, please subscribe, press the like button, and I'll see you in our next video. For now, enjoy the view.